Hello there, I'm Shaun McLaren, and today I have a sweet Abzan rally video in standard. Just back from the Pro Tour in Vancouver, and this is what I played, more or less. Just a few minor tweaks to the deck, and yeah, I was pretty pleased with it. Even though the breakout deck of the format, blue-red Thopter, Artifacty, and Soul-y things is a good matchup against us. I was happy with the deck, and Mono Red, the deck winning the Pro Tour, is also a good matchup with us. I was still happy with the deck, and it's just an awesome deck. Performs very well when you're getting lucky, hitting your collected companies, your wayfinders, and can sometimes perform pretty poorly if things aren't going well. So it's a bit of a risk, more so than Abzan control, which is always just basically a flat line of general goodness. So key card is Rally the Ancestors. You're basically trying to fill up the yard with Seder Wayfinder and Nantuko Husk and the Fleshbag Marauders and Merciless Executioners, trying to buy time, fill up your graveyard to rally the ancestors and return everything, and then also draw a bunch of cards with Grim Specs while you're doing that, and possibly also get a Mogus's Marauder in the mix for giving your creatures haste and intimidate for a killing blow. And you can also do that with Nantuko Husk. Give it haste and intimidate, then sack all your guys to it and hit them for 20 damage or whatever. And Liliana is kind of the glue of the deck, just a really powerful card in the deck. Can return any missing pieces that you need to your board once you flip her with her minus ability, and she is also capable of running away with the game with her plus ability, just slowly grinding out advantage as Liliana's tend to do. And her ult is also pretty good. I've only ulted her a couple times, but it's pretty amazing with Merciless Executioner. You Merciless Executioner or Fleshbag Marauder, then sacrifice it, and then it returns back again. You sacrifice it again, it returns back again, etc., etc. So that's pretty sweet. It's each end step. You, whenever a creature dies, return it to the battlefield, and that includes your opponent's creatures, so that's pretty awesome. So Collected Company is excellent in this deck as well. Collected Company is a really powerful card if you can support it. It's one of the few cards in Standard I feel that really performs above the curve when it's working, but again, it's also a risk. And of course, Elvish Visionary is more of a glue card that synergizes well with the entire deck, keeps the deck ticking. You can hit it off Collected Company, you can return it with Liliana, you can draw cards with Grim specs out, and it digs you deeper for Rally the Ancestors. It's also a pretty decent creature to sacrifice to your ugly zombies, your pizza zombies. Then the sideboard actually changed it up a little, trying to bolster the mono red and Ensoul artifact matchup. So more Arashi clerics, which are just backbreaking for mono red, since you can hit it off Collected Company and return it with Liliana, which is pretty hard for them to deal with. Same goes for Reclamation Sage in the artifact matchups. Enofenza and Farika are more for the mirror and just whenever you need sort of a backup plan, a hard-hitting backup plan, or anything to disrupt their uh, graveyard creatures, their hanger back walkers, etc. Thoughtseize is not very good in the deck, but it's good when there's hate because you can see it coming. Like Hallowed Moonlight is much less effective, even if you just know it's there, although you're probably Thoughtseizing it. And then Drown in Sorrows and Hero's Downfall. Drown is for the tokens and the mono-red matchups and the artifacts deck. And Hero's Downfall is mostly for hitting Anafenzes, opposing Anafenzes, since that blanks our strategy pretty hard. But it's also good against Planeswalkers and Dragon Lord Tarka flyers. So yeah, that is the basics. The deck is actually really complicated some of the time when you're rallying things back, so it's better to be able to see the stack online, and then once you have sort of mastered the deck online, you can transfer to real life and sort of transfer your online skills, knowing how things stack, into real life, where it's your responsibility to keep track of that. So I definitely recommend you play this deck online, or at least watch me play it to get a good feel for it before taking it for a spin, because it's pretty difficult deck to pilot just from a technical aspect alone. So let's get to it.